Happy Coffee Talk Monday. Dr. Michelle coming at ya. Another week, another Monday. Thanks for joining me. I am going to do a little bit of a series over the next 3-4-ish weeks. And I am going to talk about how in different facets of life, I've worked, needed to develop these skills, did, and the impact of them. So today, I am going to talk about Dr. Michelle as an athlete. As most of you probably know, I didn't start playing sports until high school. And in high school, I played 4 sports, and I was really good at 2 of them. One of the sports I was good at, I really didn't have too much of a problem with confidence, but cross country was a different story. Cross country, I had a love-hate relationship with it. I loved it because it was challenging. I got to run with my friends, and some days it was fun. But we had a coach who was really, really driven. I'm sure none of you know what I'm talking about. And he pushed us. And sometimes that was really good. But other times it was also really hard. I was always on the top 7 of my cross-country team. And in my junior year, 4 and 5 maybe-ish. And it was a lot of pressure, tons of pressure. I can remember so many meets crying before the meet. And I never really understood what that was all about. I guess I sort of thought I put in all this time and energy and work and miles. Why am I crying now? And then, of course, after the meet, what I did was never good enough. And I did crash and burn, actually, many meets. Although I still maintained top 7 and then a lot of times 4 and 5 on the team, which was kind of amazing because we were sectional champs and went to states in New York. So it was a pretty big deal. We had some really good runners on our team. So it was pretty difficult to feel good. And I didn't know that this mental stuff existed, or I didn't know about it. I didn't know what was going on. Jump to 20 years ago or so, when I started doing triathlons. I guess it was probably closer to 25. And I struggled some more. I was a competitive triathlete, and I didn't cry beforehand. my times were okay, but what ended up happening when I was a competitive triathlete is that I ended up doing races with other people most of the time, so that there really wasn't a lot of pressure and expectation. There were moments when I did races that were pretty awesome, but it was hard. And I still didn't quite know how to make sense of it in my brain. How do I do this? Why do I do this? Do I want to do this? Same thing with marathons. I did marathons for many, many years. And I was a decent marathoner. I could have been really decent had I wanted to be. Towards the tail end of my sort of triathlon career, so to speak, is when I was working on my master's degree in sports psychology. That was a big, huge aha moment for me. Again, I didn't know that there was such a thing as sports and psychology, and I understand that many of you probably still don't know that it exists, the importance of it, and why, if we work so darn hard physically, we have to work on this. But we do. And I did. So, at the tail end of my triathlon career, I started getting my degree and started working on myself. And it really opened things up for me. I mean, it was a little late, unfortunately, but fortunately, I was able to recognize, finally, after 40 years, what was going on. Don't wait. I had so many opportunities to be a great athlete. And I did well. I did really well with what I had. And most of us do pretty good with what we have. But there's better, a lot better. And that is developing this so that the whole system can work together. I can't say enough about how amazing it was to find this field and start to develop these skills for myself. It made a huge difference. And over the next several weeks, I'm going to talk about how huge of a difference it made for me. This is Dr. Michelle coming at you. I hope you have an excellent week, and I will see you back here next Monday. Take care.